to Manjelah. Today, what? So anyways, subscribe to our channel so you can watch more of our videos. Today's topic is...
Hashtag couples goals. Is it couple goal? Couple goals?
I think it's just couple goals.
Couple goals. Hashtag couple goals. So we noticed that a lot of times, even in our pictures, we get tagged couple goals, and we've seen it a lot. It's a popular trending tag, and it made me think about it one day. It was like, man, the couple goals. Anytime I see that tag, it's usually during a highlight of what it seems to be like a perfect moment between a couple. Mm-hmm. But I have myself seen couples go from mad at each other or angry to a quick and then back to being whatever. And I'm like, man,
it's not real.
I wonder if someone would ever post the angry moments and hashtag couple goals, because I think really what makes those highlights, those Instagram posts legit to me or memorable is knowing what you do or the work that you do as a couple to get to those goals, you know? So we want to talk about some of the things that we do, because for real, I mean, I know we may be seemingly on a good...
Well, not just the things that we do to stay couples goals, but also to let you know, we're not always couples goals. Sometimes...
That's what I was saying. That's exactly what I was saying.
Oh, it sounded like you were saying how to be couples goals. This is something we do
I was going to say
goals.
We're not necessarily perfect, so I was going to give them how we work through it. But you jumped in.
For instance, right before we pressed play, he was annoying me real bad. And we almost didn't do these videos. Because he was like, forget it then, blah, 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 whatever.
That's not what I did.
Yeah. Anyway, so we almost didn't do this video right now, but I'm not going to put that on an Instagram post, like me being all RBF and then him being all like nostrils flaring, because that's what he does when he's angry, is his nostrils flare. Like, I'm not going to put that on Instagram. So every couple that you've commented, hashtag couple goals, they got their problems too. Like, yeah, that's a picture of them like on date night looking all in love, but they argue, they say things that they don't mean, they have to work through drama, whatever it is. Think about that in your own relationship as well. When you're like scrolling through Instagram, you're like, oh, but see how he loves her. Well, maybe he doesn't ever clean up around the house and your boyfriend does.
It's an 80-20 rule, and this is something that I've learned. We typically get envious of the 20% of a relationship that we don't have. So we see somebody else's relationship and we're like, oh man, he or she does this or he or she does that, and my guy or my girl doesn't do that. Mm-hmm. And so we envy them, not realizing that 80% of the things that we like, we have. But we're always chasing that 20% of what we don't have. So there are some things that we do to get us between the couple goal post. Every time we post something that we are extremely loving, it's never fake. We ain't those people that are gonna post something that's fake. But
like right now, let me see you. Let me see.
Yeah.
Yes, on here.
What is it?
It's still there, and this one too.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think anybody can see it from that far though, so I think we're good. Just pick up. Look in the mirror. It's back there. We'll be right back.
No, wait, I can't see. Baby, I edit this.
Well, maybe you don't edit it. Maybe that's actually funny and people want to see that. See, this is why I want somebody else to edit these videos. Because you're going to take out all the organic parts.
No, gosh, stop, please.
Keep this in.
I don't even know where we were at now. Oh, so there's some things that we like to do, or at least things that we've learned as a couple, of what helps us to get past the angry stage or the frustrated stage or the I don't want to talk to you stage.
Yeah, like what?
Okay, for me, I recognize that most of the time I get mad at her is when she doesn't think like I think. I don't know if any dudes are like that, but we have this expectation that our women should know what we're thinking, or they should act how we act. Things make sense to us. We're like A plus B equals C, duh. But for women, it's like A plus B equals Z. And you're like, why did you not understand that this could have been done this way or this could have been done this way? So I realized 9 times out of 10, I'm mad at her because she don't think like I do. And that's just not fair. It's
So
not realistic.
How do you remedy that when you're mad at me then?
Patience. I have to practice patience. I have to try my best to recognize that that's me being unrealistic and putting that on you. And most of the anger and frustration comes from that unrealistic expectation.
Okay.
Because if you thought like me, then we'd have 2 me's and damn, we would be freaking always arguing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I do it. Patience and admit that this is what I am doing. She doesn't think like me. She doesn't act like me. She's not me. So why do I have these expectations on her that she needs to do things more like I do things? It's not fair. It's not cool. It's just not.
Yeah.
It's not right.
One thing that I do when we're not seeing eye to eye or arguing is I take a timeout. And I have to walk away from the situation and stop, put a pause on this conversation because I don't think this is going to get us anywhere. We're just going in circles. So instead of getting more mad while you try to prove your point and I try to prove my point, let's just stop. Okay? And then I'll go do something else and you go do something else. We'll reconvene later. And then he tells me I have to work on the part where we reconvene because then I don't ever reconvene.
I don't ever reconvene. But that is true. It does help if you can lower the anger, down and just let each other have that break. It's important, whatever it is for you. Like you may not have these certain specific situations, but whatever it is to you, I think the most important thing is to have a measure of understanding for the other person. Like to let your pride down, because I've learned a long time ago that it's better to just be in right standing with each other than to be right.
Mm-hmm.
Because being right sometimes leaves you alone. Just being right by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more important for you to actually try to understand the other person, whether you agree or not, because that understanding can lead to you guys agreeing on what needs to be fixed. So whether you find your topic here or something that we've talked about in your relationship, or if you want to leave comments below letting us know what it is that you guys go through, then we will be more than happy to read them and comment on your comments, or at least talk about it. Have a forum so that we can discuss and everybody be learning.
That we can all be #couple goals.